Hello friends and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know I look washed out. I came in, washed my face off because it's kind of hot and muggy. We had a little rain come through. I got sticky feeling, so I was like, no, we're washing it all off. So you're seeing me all natural. No mascara, no lip gloss, no eyebrows, no nothing. So let me tell you what we are doing. You might have been able to tell by the thumbnail what I'm doing. You may not see me tonight on the live. I am pre-recording this, so but Thursday you may not see me on the live with Tammy. I am having a procedure done on my knee, but I didn't want y'all to miss, and I didn't want to miss sewing a block for the land that I love. Now, this is a sew-along that Tammy and I have been doing since November. This is the book that we are doing the land that I love out of. It is the Celebrate with Quilts with Lisa Alexander and Susan Ake. And we are, let me get you to the page here so you can see what this looks like. We are working on this quilt right here. This is a sampler quilt. There are a lot of blocks in this book that you can choose to make this quilt. And tonight, the one that I have chosen is called the Weathervane block. And I'm going to try to show you without showing the measurements. So this is the block that I will be doing tonight. It is on page 94 if you would like to just look at it and see which one I'm doing. But I have all of my fabrics cut out here. Let me see if I show you there. I have two different reds and one white on white background. So let me just get on into it. So the first thing that we are going to do is make half square triangles. So we are going to line up our right sides together, and I think it makes 8. So guys, I hope y'all are having a wonderful evening. I should be out of the procedure and hopefully home by now. If I am not, I would imagine I'm probably having to stay overnight. But I hope I'm not having to do that. I actually hope I am in the live with you guys tonight. Even if I'm not sewing, I'm just going to say this. I don't think I need to sew tonight after having a procedure done, because I value my fingers too much. I need them, and I'm afraid that I would hurt myself sewing. That is why I'm going on and doing this block so I can stay on track with finishing this by the end of July, because right now I'm kind of on track with finishing it without the borders with our last sewing session. I am definitely excited to see what this looks like, and tomorrow is the 4th of July. So happy 4th of July to you guys. Like I said, I'm hoping that things are better than I anticipate, because I am not a very good patient when it comes to coming out from under anesthesia. So I'm hoping everything went great. I'm sure it's going to, and I'm sure that I'm probably home by now, just probably resting. But I may come on the live if I'm home. I may not. I may just stay resting. But that remains to be seen. Y'all will be getting pre-recorded videos for probably well, you always get a pre-recorded video, but this is going to be pre-recorded several days ahead of time. It is actually Tuesday night, and I am sewing this block for you guys. I'm trying to get, you know, at least 3 or 4 videos ahead, so I'll have plenty of time to recuperate. Now, I have been told that I need to walk, so I'm guessing that means, you know, I don't have to be too sedentary, but I'm definitely not going to, you know, overdo it, because the last thing I need to do is overdo it. And guys, one of the things I'm worried about, I read it in their little information pack they gave me, is they talk about a surgical site infection. And they're like, there's certain things that could increase the risk factor. I'm 3 of the 4. I'm an older person, not old by any means, but I am an older person. I am a diabetic, and I am overweight. I don't have to tell anybody that one, but I don't smoke. That's the only thing I've got going for me. I'm an ex-smoker. I smoked, oh Lord, a lot of years. A lot of years. And then when my husband and I met, he was allergic to it. And I thought he was quite a nice guy, and I wanted to keep him around. So I just, September 1st, 2005, I laid it down and quit smoking. So this September 1st, I will be an ex-smoker for 20 years. I think that's quite impressive. Okay, I am going to press my half square triangles and be right back with you guys. Okay guys, I got all of my half square triangles pressed and trimmed. That's 8 of those. So let's go to our next block. It's called the corner Weathervane unit. It's telling me to take a B, which is another little piece. I'm telling you, I don't know what's gotten into me these past 2 weeks, but I have chosen blocks that have a little bitty pieces. Don't know why. I'm crazy, I guess. So we're making 4. So I have 4 little ones here. They are separated. And then we need to assemble with a half square triangle. So let's get this on into or under that needle there. We're going to sew this all at that 1/4 inch. That initial getting it under the needle is a bit hard. I'm hoping I put them right sides together, but if not, you won't be able to tell it. I know I'm starting it right there on a seam. That makes it a little thicker and a little harder to pull through, but that one seemed to work just fine. But I hope all y'all's lamb that I love is coming out really nicely. I am really hoping I can come and join y'all tonight. Currently, I am probably asleep. Currently. I'm hoping I'm home. But, I mean, I have been told that there's a possibility, you know, as late as my surgery is, there may be a possibility that I have to stay overnight. But if I do, I know that's just them taking extra precautions. Okay, so now the next thing I do is I take my F, I think, and I put the rest, and I put these on top. But so far, everyone has been very helpful in the process, and I'm sure everything's going to go perfectly fine, and I'll be back here. I mean, I was told that they would have me walking the same day. We're hoping everything goes really well with very little pain. That's what I'm hoping for. But I took Wednesday off so I can finish up some things I want to get done. And then I have the procedure Thursday. My goodness, this fabric is not wanting to let me get it off there. Now I'm thinking my thread is catching on something because it is breaking it. I don't see what it could be catching on. I mean, because it's not extremely tight back there. If it is right now, it's because the presser plates are together. I will take these apart and press them. So see, we have a lot of these right here. It looks like we're going to put 2 of them together. We're going to put the first 4 with the second 4, because we've got a white on one side and then a red on the other one. So let me press and we will be right back. Now I have both of these sets done. So now what we do, I am just going to lay these out and just start sewing. I'm going to fold one over the other. Everything should nest. And irregardless of which side I go from, I'm going to be on one of the seams. So what I'm going to do, I just pin that nest together and then just get it over here. And so far, guys, this has been a pretty easy block. It's really nothing hard to it because your seams are nesting. There is 3 different colors, but overall, everything seems to be going pretty good. Now, I may be speaking too soon. Have y'all ever done that? Speak too soon. Oh, this is an easy block, and then it turns out to be the biggest headache you've ever had. Well, we're going to put good juju in the air there and say that's not going to be the case here. We're going to say that this is going to be an all-around easy block, easy finish. I'm excited to see what it looks like. I thought I had done this one already, but then I realized it has 3 colors, so I probably have not. Because any of them that I could do with 2 colors, I did those first. And now the ones that I have 3 colors on, which this block does have, it does show other alternatives on how to do this block. It's showing making it like a flower pattern, and then it's showing a 1 color, and then the last one it's showing it monochromatic, you know, blacks, grays, and whites. So I'm guessing you could do it however you wanted to do. If you wanted every single piece to be a different color, I imagine you could do every single piece a different color. Now that's kind of what the flower one looks like. But I really like that they gave alternative or options. You know, they gave you options on how you can do this. They showed you different ways to do it. So what I have to do here, trim up some threads here. That reminds me, I need to vacuum my sewing room before I have my procedure done, because I don't want to come home to a floor that's all bad. I'll do that tomorrow though. One moment and I'll be right back. Okay, friends, I have my corner squares done here, which that's a really good thing. I had to trim every one of them. I did not have a single square that was right on. So, you know, it happens. I know that's going to be my center one. So the next thing we are going to be making, it doesn't say what this is called, middle Weathervane unit, I'm guessing. I'm going to take one of my squares and I will be putting one of my little ones on it, and I'm guessing this is called snowballing. I'm making 4 of these. I will put a piece on the top left corner of all 4 pieces, and then I will take it off, trim it, and press it, and then put it on the rest of the pieces. Put the top right corner on all of the pieces. So we will just continue on putting the little square right there. I had a little issue with my thread. It broke again. My needle's not, there it goes. It was not wanting to thread there. But y'all, I got to see my little grandbaby boy tonight. And as I was leaving, he decided, you know, while I'm there, he don't really want, he wants me to play with him, but he don't want to give me any lovings. Well, he'll come up next to me, and he was like, here, he was giving me one of his trucks, and y'all, it's just amazing. My granddaughter, she's 4 months older than him, and she's doing the 3-word sentences already. And, you know, little boys are just a little behind girls anyway. That's just, for my experience, that was just the natural progression of it, you know. But he would bring me a truck. He still likes his pacifier. Well, every time I go over there, I tell him, I can't hear what you're saying. You got to take it out your mouth. And he don't really want to give it to me, but he'll let me get it. So I get that from him, and we work on talking. And he's, tonight he was playing, he gave me a Scooby-Doo bus, I think. It was orange, and it was a bus. It might have been Scooby-Doo, might not have been. He was like, here. He gave me that bus, and we were brun them together, you know. And he's just so funny. I mean, it's just amazing to me. So I'm trying to incorporate words into his vocabulary, just real short words. And he's like, golly, and of course, whoa, and uh-oh, and you know, other little short words. Because I don't let him me and point at things. I don't do that. I don't do the and hand. I don't do that. But you know, he talks a lot with me, jibber jabber. And then we were doing something with one of the cars, and he was showing me something his car was doing, and I was like, that's cool, dude. And he started saying, cool, dude. And like, if he crashed him, he'd fall on the floor, and he'd go, golly. And if I say something like that, I'll say, gosh a doodle. Because I don't want him saying the OMG thing, because I just don't like that. And but he is so funny, and I got to talk to my granddaughter on FaceTime tonight, and she's so precious. Oh my goodness, I want to see her so bad. I mean, it's bad. I want to see her really, really bad. Okay, I'm going to press these, and I'll be right back. Got those pressed out. We're going to add the other piece to the other side. So I talked to all 3 of my kids tonight and my daughter-in-law. They were eating pizza tonight when we were on the phone. And my oldest daughter, she was at work, and she's like, yo, I'm at work. Because she FaceTimed both of her siblings. My youngest daughter did. She's the middle. My youngest daughter is the middle. I'm the middle. So she and I kind of relate more than the other 2, because I know, you know, being the middle child, that's a big responsibility, you know, because you bear the weight of mediator from the oldest and the youngest, trying to keep everybody all good. But anyway, I got to see all 3 of my kids and both of my grandbabies tonight, and it was so nice to see them. I was telling my husband, I'm like, I want to see my granddaughter so bad before I have my procedure done, and but he's like, no, you know, you may hurt yourself even worse. And so I understand that, because all I want to do is just go play with her. She plays hard. She runs. My grandson, not so much. He plays hard, but he'd rather play cars. And I tell you what, when I got there, he was grabbing, they have a soft blanket on the floor. I mean, on the couch. And I was sitting in front of it. And he grabbed that blanket and started rolling it around. And then he handed it to me and let me lay it out on the floor. He just laid on it, rolled around. And I told his mama, I said, go get his baby blanket that I made him. I don't think he's ever used it. It's the blue and white one that had the ships. That was one of the first blankets that I made. That was made like in December, January-ish. After he was born. He was born in December of 22. And I made, not 22. Was it 22? It might have been 22. 23. He was born December of 23. I'm not good with dates, because my granddaughter, y'all, will be 2 years old next month. The end of next month, but still next month. And my grandson will be 2 near the end of December. So him and his mama both have December birthdays. Now I have all of the middle Weathervane unit completed. So now what we are going to do is start assembling our block. Now this block is taking me a little time because I'm definitely having to trim everything down. Y'all, I'm sorry, my nose is itching. But I have to trim everything down. Oops, I got nested seams there, so I need to pin that probably. And it looks like I'm going to call it the snowball unit, because I put the little ears on it. That unit is looking to be just a hair shorter than the other block. And that wouldn't surprise me, because I think when I trimmed, all of them had a little bit on there that I had to trim off to even it up. But it will all come out in the wash. Once it's put together, you'll never be able to tell anything didn't come together correctly. Because it's going to be the big pictures what you're going to see. You're not going to see the little, you know, oopsies that I made. So now we have to nest the seam. That feels nested there. Guys, I hope I am up and going in just a matter of days. I've been told that I should be, well, I know they will have me walking that night. And being that my procedure is at noon, I don't know how long it'll take. Could be why they put me at the end of the day, which I'm not happy about that. I mean, somebody that's a diabetic and you tell me to still go in and take my diabetes medicine, but you're not letting me eat it all? No, thank you. My blood sugar will drop. So let me see how I have to press these. Okay, well, we're not going to press yet. So this is the bottom, this is the middle, and this is the top. So we are going to put another corner on here. And now I'm really taking my time on this one. I'm making sure everything is nesting. I'm making sure, and when I'm pressing, because guys, it's already been an hour. It has already been an hour. But you're not going to see that because I'm going to cut out my pressing and trimming and all that. You know, when I'm on the live, y'all see all of that. But when I do a video, I just take it out. But like I said, I hope I'm on the live with you guys tonight. So don't forget, the link to Tammy's channel is down in the description. So go check her out. Even if I'm not there, go check her out. We always have a good time over there. And if I'm not able to get up and come into my sewing room, I may just be in the comments with you guys, because my lighting is horrible up in the front of my house, and I'd have cats and husband and all that in the way. We don't want that, do we? I don't. But I'm actually thinking, I can always take my iPad, my tablet with me. And that's where I read all of y'all's comments anyway. So if I have to, I can take the tablet with me if I'm still in bed, and which I don't think I'm going to be in bed. I think I'm going to be in my chair. And I can comment back and forth with you guys. Okay, so we've got the 3 rows sewn together. I'm going to trim them and press them, and I will be right back, guys. Now I have my 3 rows completed. So what I am doing now is putting them together. We are going to make sure, oh my goodness, I'm trying to match them on the wrong side. See, that's why you have to look. And this is why, if I am on the live tonight, I won't be sewing, because it does require a good bit of paying attention. And I see, like right here, I've got a nested seam. I would not have thought about that. So that means I have a nested seam over here. Because you guys, on this block, you've got to get those seams together, because if you don't, you will not have your points that you need to make this look right. I'm so excited to start the new sew along with you guys on Saturdays. We are doing the woodruff. I had somebody already tell me they've already got their fabrics cut out. I hadn't done it. You're ahead of the game, because I have not gotten my fabrics cut out yet. I do hope to do that tomorrow and get you guys your Saturday video out, as I'm beginning to think something's up with this thread. It is acting insane. Okay, so now we have top one in the middle row done. And even though I told y'all these corner blocks like this were not right, and you can probably tell, let's see, right here, this fabric is taller than that centerpiece fabric. Maybe if I turn it that way you could tell better. Can you tell better? That's higher than that. But when you sew it together and it's smaller than that 1/4 of an inch, you don't have you're not a full 1/4 inch off. You'll be okay. It'll hide up in that seam. So now I'm nesting these seams here. Guys, I hope y'all are having those of y'all that are teachers, bless you first off. It takes a special person to do that. And those of you that are balling, man, it's hot. It's too hot for that. But I know the thrill of it, because I had a baller. We balled all school year. We balled all summer. Then we travel balled. And let me tell you, that travel ball is some kind of beast. My daughter's senior year, after she was still 18, so she was still able to play summer ball. And her team went to the World Series. We were state champs. Her team was. I wasn't nothing. I was a parent sitting on the sideline. So just saying. But luckily, the World Championship was in Louisiana. It was about a 2.5 hour drive away. We got, I'm going to tell you, probably the worst motel in the state. It was clean. I will say that. It was clean. But that was some of the most uncomfortable beds. I felt like there was springs, not even a box spring. I felt like there were springs underneath me. It was absolutely horrible. I didn't sleep good. And being that my back is bad, that definitely wasn't good. But I'm going to press now, and we will be right back. So, one moment. Well, guys, I have it done in 1 hour and 16 minutes. This is called the Weathervane block. Is that not beautiful? I love this block. And when I put it on my quilt, it's going to look like this. So, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I do appreciate each and every one of you taking time out of your busy day to come and check and see what I have going on. I hope to see you guys at the live with Tammy tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. Her channel is The Siberian Wind. I will have a link down in the description for her channel. Come check it out. I'm hoping to be there. I'm really hoping to be there. If not, I may be in the chat. But give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.